To honor Joe Nathan on his retirement. So I want to, before we pass it off to Thad Levine here, I just want to point out that Joe had an amazing career both on the field and off the field, and I think a lot of the media in this room appreciate Joe's almost automatic in the ninth inning. It saved a lot of rewrites and time for all of us staff members. So with that, can we please stand and welcome Joe Nathan.
Well, thank you everyone for coming out. Joe said that he has tons of aunts, uncles, loved ones, and a few people he doesn't really know how they're related to him here today. Cole, we just witnessed, took 38 minutes to button his jersey, which was pretty impressive to watch. So I just want to comment on some things that everybody knows about Joe and a few things maybe that are personal to us. Joe was drafted by the San Francisco Giants, the 6th round in 1995 as a shortstop. In November of 2003, and no offense intended towards A.J. Pierzynski, the Twins executed one of the biggest heists of all time, acquiring Joe with Francisco Liriano and Boof Bonser for poor old A.J. ESPN actually lists this as one of the best trades of all time, and I don't think it was for San Francisco. Joe's accomplishments and accolades are truly remarkable. He pitched for 16 seasons with 5 teams: San Francisco, Minnesota, Texas, Detroit, and the Cubs. He's a 6-time All-Star, 4 times with the Twins and twice with the Rangers. Joe saved 40-plus games 4 times, and 35 or more 9 different times. In 2009, he was the co-winner of the AL Rolaids Relief Man of the Year, along with Mariano Rivera, who I think over the time of his career was the only person who was your equal. He's also in the Hall of Fame. Maybe a place Joe belongs. Joe received Cy Young votes twice, MVP votes twice. He ranks 8th in MLB all-time saves list with 377, and 5th in save percentage at 89%. He retires as the Twins' all-time leader in saves with 260, and save percentage at 90%. That's amazing. Joe's one of 3 players in baseball history with 350-plus saves, a sub-3 ERA, and a sub-210 opponent's batting average. Only been done twice besides him, Billy Wagner and K-Rod. An 11-year stretch from 2004 to 2014, he led the major leagues in saves with 375 and was 2nd in relief strikeouts with 766 during that time frame. He was the closer for 6 different playoff teams in 2003, 4, 6, 9, 12, and 14. He's had a spectacular career by every stretch of imagination, but by focusing just what he did on the field, I think you'd be selling him short. He made a huge impact in the community and the clubhouse as well. And I'm just going to list all the things that Joe did. From his ongoing support of his alma mater, SUNY Stony Brook's baseball program, to his role as the spokesman for the National Center for Fathering, to his amazingly generous $1 million donation worth of baseball equipment to Puerto Rico, for which he received the Roberto Clemente International Youth Award, to his creation of Nathan's Nest that has provided tickets for more than 25,000 underprivileged kids in the upper Midwest to come see the Minnesota Twins play, to his unbridled support of youth baseball and softball throughout the Twins territory. But I also like to just talk to you guys briefly. Joe and I got to work together in Texas in 2012 and 13. And when you're trying to build a team, you try to build it around championship caliber people. And Joe is exactly that. He has a heart of a lion. He showed up in spring training. The 2 things I remember most about that was that he was throwing 84 miles an hour, and we were paying him a lot of money, and we almost threw up in our mouths when we saw that the first time. Because it was only, I think it was only 13 miles an hour off his average velocity, which we were hoping for, which was not 84. The other thing which was remarkable about that spring training was that literally from the day he put his uniform on he had a trail of younger relievers who followed him every single place he went. He became a mentor to what was a young, up-and-coming bullpen that has had lasting benefits for the Texas Rangers to this day. You know, talking to people from Texas when they came in and played, they talked openly about the fact that they don't have that guiding light in their bullpen right now. They don't have a guy like Joe Nathan. They mentioned him by name, along with guys like Joaquin Soria and Darren Oliver, other guys who I think Joe probably holds in high esteem as well. So it's incredible the impact he had immediately on the team, and that impact has been now covered for the next 5 to 7 years. So with no further ado, I want to just congratulate Joe. Tremendous career, tremendous contributions throughout the community, tremendous contributions in the clubhouse. To me, that's really the heart and soul of a championship player. I'm hopeful that we're going to be, this is the first of many visits back to Target Field, potentially one in the future where we get to slip a blue blazer on you and put you in the Hall of Fame where you belong. And I think you finally now have become officially one of the top 10 players to ever come out of SUNY Stony Brook. So for that, I wanted to congratulate you. And by the top 10, I mean number 1. I also want to recognize Dave Pepe, who's been with Joe throughout his whole career, amateur, minor league, professional, major league career. I think Joe, I'm sure, will recognize him. He's been a tremendous partner for Joe. One of the few guys in the game who I think has always represented a player's best interests and quality of life, along with a desire to put him in the best position financially. It was a partnership that we formed with Joe and Dave in 2012 with the Texas Rangers, one that had really gone throughout Joe's whole career, and I'm sure that's a very special relationship for him. We have a contract today to sign Joe to, and I wanted to state in front of witnesses here present that this isn't actually official. He's not allowed to go pitch for us tonight. A desire I believe he may still have. But nonetheless, we're really honored to have Joe finish his career with a contract with the Minnesota Twins. We think this is a very fitting place for him to finish, as that one trade that was made in November of 2003 really vaulted this franchise forward, redefined what was going to be the next decade of excellence for the Minnesota Twins, an era we hope to get back to here in the future. So congratulations, Joe. On this contract, there's actually no dollar amount, just to make sure there was no misgiving.
I miss you, Megan.
I'd like to have Cole come up and button this for him.
Make it official.
Yeah.
We'll hear a few words from Joe Nathan and then open it up for questions following Joe's remarks.
Oh shoot. Honestly, enough about me. I hate hearing about all those things. I was hoping we can just get into the important people, the people that really helped me to get where I am. And first and foremost, let me thank former teammates, former staff members, and everybody that's been a part of this family. That's been so special throughout my career. Thank you guys for coming out and making this even more special than it already is. So thank you. I got to thank my family, friends for coming out and supporting me, not just tonight, but throughout my whole career. For all the sacrifices that you guys have made. And I'm not supposed to cry right now. I knew I wasn't gonna, but here we go. Pretend like I'm fixing my clothes real quick.
Would you please fix your clothes?
No, but you guys, you guys are the reason I'm here, the reason that I've done everything that I have. And your sacrifices, your support has gotten me here. So thank you so much. I got to thank the Giants organization, the Rangers, the Tigers, the Cubs, and obviously the Minnesota Twins family for everything, for a ride that I could not have imagined I could have gone down. Dave, I want to thank you for everything. I mean, shoot. If there isn't one thing you did do, I mean, everything, you did it all. And I appreciate it. This is easy. What else do I have? Dustin, cheese.
It's like watching you close games.
Seriously. Was it this easy watching it too? You know, other than that, I mean, shoot, this game has meant so much to me. You know, from the time I can remember, before I can remember, it was before I could even walk. This game has meant so much to me, and even though I won't be playing this game at the highest level and competing, I know it'll still be a part of my life through my kids and following this great game of baseball. Hopefully, do some things here with the Twins, do some special things to either help out some of the young guys that are coming up or whatever it is. I know I will follow this game for the rest of my life. It's a game I've loved and will continue to love even though I'm not playing it. So, you know, I want to thank the staff here in Minnesota as well. You know, like I said, when I was here, had some of the best people helping us out along the way. Obviously we had a great team full of talent. But you know, without leaders like Gardy and Rick Anderson and Terry Ryan and Wayne Kripke had a huge hand in getting me over here, and I appreciate that. And you know, these guys kind of led the way for us and allowed us to be comfortable. And you know, even though we were a team that was never predicted to do a whole lot, I think we proved a lot of people wrong and definitely played to our fullest potential. So, you know, a lot of credit goes to them. You know, but moving forward for myself, I'm excited about the next chapter and being around my kids some more, and being around the family more, being able to do some things that we don't get to do as baseball players, especially in the summertime. So that's going to be cool. And again, you know, it's going to be nice to be able to continue to talk with the Twins and hopefully come out here and continue to be a part of this organization that is doing some very special things on the field right now. And hopefully, you know, they continue to play well going into this last month and surprise some people in the baseball world and hopefully get into the postseason. So, you know, for me, today is really about thanking a lot of people that have helped me out along the way, and like I said, that I would not be here if it wasn't for so many people. And I know there's this list. I'd be up here for a week if I had to go over the list, but you know, everybody out there that has helped me with this knows who they are, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Before we open this up to questions, I just want to ask you one question. What does it mean to you to retire as a member of the Minnesota Twins?
Well, I mean, not that you ever want to start thinking about retirement when you're playing, but you know, I always knew this is where I wanted to be. This is where I wanted to end my career, whether it was playing this year or just signing a one-day contract and coming back to finish it up. But no matter how it happened, this was exactly where I wanted to end it, because it was such a special time, a special team, full of special teammates, special people that will be friends of mine for the rest of my life.
Open up to questions.
Hey, Joe. First of all, congratulations on a wonderful big league career. But I guess what I want to ask is, when you got the call from, whether it was Brian Sabean, Terry Ryan, letting you know you're coming to Minnesota, what do you remember from that, or what was your impression of Minnesota when you were coming over for that first time?
I remember we were probably the last ones to find out. Dave and I actually were on a cruise, so the message probably got to us well after the news was already out. So, I remember Dave knocked on the door and said, "I got some news." Did you say good news and bad news, or
Good news
just
or bad news?
good news or bad news? I think it was, and I think it was just more the shock at first. Being a young guy with time. So it definitely was a shock. But then, as you let things settle in and realize what type of team you're going over to and how exciting they are, and what they've been able to do, going from a team that might, be gone to ultimately a playoff team, was pretty amazing. So the excitement to go over and be a part of that, it didn't take too long to understand what you're about to go join and the group of guys you're about to be a part of.
Congrats again on your career. What are maybe some of your favorite memories you've had during your playing career?
Oh man, well, I guess there's so many great memories, but I would think it'd be hard to argue 2009 game 163, probably one of the best games that I've probably ever been a part of. Got a chance to witness. Just the whole weekend in general was kind of crazy. It was when, it kind of took quite a bit to get into a game 163 with Detroit, and then to have to wait to play game 163 because they had Monday Night Football against Green Bay. So get a chance to go to that, and the whole excitement of the weekend. The fans were going crazy. It seemed like for a week straight, with us trying to get into a tie-break game, and then having Monday Night Football, and then game 163, and then game 163 going down the way it did. It seemed like the tying or go-ahead or winning run was in scoring position every inning. The crowd was electric, it seemed like, from probably around the 5th or 6th inning all the way through the 12th. It was deafening in there. So just that experience for me always stands out.
Other questions? I do want to point out that two of Joe's former catchers are in the room, Joe Mauer and Drew Butera. Thanks for being here. LaTroy Hawkins, Glenn Perkins, and Justin Morneau, also some former teammates. Thank you for being here. Lavelle?
Joe, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
You had to overcome reconstructive shoulder surgery, and during your Twins career, Tommy John surgery. What was it like for you to be able to go through that, overcome that, and pretty much have a career in which you left the field having left everything on it?
For me, the work part was never work. I always enjoyed that. I think the rehab was kind of something that I enjoyed. It was something I thought was going to make me better, even through an injury. I thought that would be a chance for me to get even better than I was before, because now all I have to worry about is training and working out and getting stronger and doing things like that. So I think having kind of that attitude helped me, because there are the days where you're sick of just doing that. You want to get out and compete, especially when it's during the season and you're watching the guys compete, and you want to go out and help them and do everything you can to help them. But for me, that part was always kind of easy for me. So so the injuries never really scared me. It really was, I know a lot of people always said, oh, he's having surgery, this might be it. He may be done, but, that never crossed my mind. It was just, all right, let's put the time in, put the effort in, and when this thing is ready to heal, it'll be ready to go, and we'll go out and pitch again. So, even with this last one, the second one, being whatever I was, 40, whatever, when I had it. Biggin, is that you? Who's calling you? So yeah, even with the second one, being 40-something years old, it was just put the work in and let's see where the cards fall. So yeah, as far as the injuries, as far as my career, yeah, I mean that's. I think obviously no one ever wants to get hurt, but it's one of those things where it's part of the game, and when you do something, and part of our motto as pitchers is part of the things we always said is throw till you blow, and sometimes you're going to blow things out, but in this day and age, fortunately, we have brought a lot of great physicians out there and people that know how to fix you and get you back on the field as quick as you can. So put the time in, put the work in, and that's kind of what I tried to do throughout my whole career is give 100% all the time and see where the cards fall. What do you got, Biggie? You gonna tell me who that was?
You got a contract. You got a one-day contract.
Yep.
Why don't you just give us one good inning?
I'm ready to roll. Yeah.
You've had 6 days to rest.
6 days. I've had a couple months now. I'm well rested. I'm ready to go, bud.
You can get done in 6 pitches.
You got a uniform for me?
Yeah, we get one.
Brandon.
Yeah, I know a lot of people dogged on the Metrodome during its days, but what memories do you have playing in that stadium where you spent most of your Twins career?
They treated us well. We knew how to win there. We knew how to play. I think we had a team that was built very well for it. As depressing as it was to walk in there a lot of times when it was super nice out in the summer, and you had to walk into the Metrodome and you get instantly depressed once you walk in those doors. But at the same time, we knew it was going to be 70 degrees and it was going to be consistent, and you knew what the mountain was going to feel like. You knew, we knew how to play, how to win there, and I know a lot of teams that came in didn't like to play there. It wasn't a comfortable feeling for them coming in as a road team. I think a lot of teams thought we actually cheated. I still have people saying, what's up with the air in there? It seemed like it was blowing out when you guys were hitting, and then it would stop blowing when they were hitting. And I was like, all I heard is we're like third on the list in the city for air, and that's behind the hospital and the prison. So, as far as how the air worked, I think it was out of our control. So. But yeah, the Metrodome was a wonderfully terrible place.
Is there any other final questions for Joe?
When you mentioned Guardian and you mentioned Andy before, do you have any particular memories of either one and think back really make you smile?
Keep it G-rated.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, my favorite thing about Andy, and I think the best thing his best attribute is it doesn't matter if he's talking to Johan Santana or a guy that's about to be released the next day. He's going to give you the same effort, the same time, and try to get you better no matter who you are as a person. He learns who you are as a pitcher, as a person, and what makes you tick and what makes you better, and feeds off of that. Like when he came out to the mound, he knew exactly what he needed to tell me at any given point that would get me dialed back in, and that's just a credit to him for learning who he needs to learn in spring training and how to make these guys tick and get them clicking on the same page. And he knew that at some point, some of those young guys that right now might not be helping him will be up there, so he wants to learn them now. So he was great at doing that. As far as Gardy, I think everybody around him fed off of what Gardy does. So that's why Rick was the way he was. I think Gardy's the same. He makes everybody around him comfortable. He doesn't have a clubhouse that is going to come in and be walking on eggshells. He keeps everybody in the room on the same page and having fun and comfortable, and that allowed a lot of us to go out and play at sometimes better than we even were. You know, I think there was times that I went on the field and said, I'm not this good. I don't even understand what's going on right now. So and I think that credit goes to Gardy. You know, it even in plane rides when, you know, when we're sitting in a plane where there's, you know, first class seats in the regular cabin, and Gardy and the staff give the first class seats to, you know, the guys with the most time on the team. That's just a small example of Gardy, you know, trying to make everybody feel comfortable and get ready for the ball game.
Question in the back?
Joe, we know how much you love this game and have a passion for it. At some point, if the time's right, do you ever see yourself becoming a coach and maybe for this organization?
I'm already coaching. I got a big 13U season coming up. We started fall ball already, and we got a spring season coming up. Obviously next spring, summer. But yeah, I'm actually getting my feet wet doing some 13U travel baseball, which, as a lot of people around here know, travel baseball is pretty intense. So we'll see how that goes. As far as moving forward, and coaching at you know, any type of level as far as professional ball, I really haven't put any effort or time or effort into thinking about that. But you know, again, we're gonna talk with the Twins and see what may come down the road. So we'll see.
Last question, Mike.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you.
Is there one pitch over all those thousands of pitches you threw that you'd like to have back? And what does it take to be an
Just
elite?
one?
Well, what's the one you can only take the one back? And what's it take to handle the ninth and be an elite closer? What's the separator?
Well, first I'll answer you part two. What's it take? Don't think of it as a ninth inning. It's just going out and pitching. I mean, trust your stuff, throw strikes, work ahead. There's no secret. If you start to let things, get deep into your head and you start thinking too much, that's when it's going to kill you. It's the old saying, don't have too many thoughts. Just go out there, believe in your ability, throw strikes, and like I said, let those cards fall where they're gonna. If you go out there and put it on the table, that's all you can ask for. If there's a pitch that I could ask for back, oh man, it's probably gonna be 04. Should I pick 04? I could probably pick 09. I could pick probably 04 though. I want to take back when I threw ball 4 to, who was it? You remember? No, we were playing the Yankees and we took Torrey hit a solo shot.
Enrique Wilson?
Is that who it was?
Might have been.
Might have been. So I punched out the first guy. I think it was Olerud. And then I walked the second guy, and that was the one pitch. That ball 4 pitch is the one I want to take back, because I feel like if I get that out, we win that game and we go up 2-0 going back to the Metrodome. So that's the one I'd like to have back.
Joe, let's finish on a positive note. What does it mean to you to set the all-time Twins save record and pass Rick Aguilar when you did?
Obviously to stick around in an organization long enough and to surpass such a great, not just a great player, but a great human being, getting a chance to talk to him meant so much. Just to be able to be around in this organization long enough to stay healthy battle back from an injury and be able to become the Twins save leader. I'm just looking forward to somebody else coming up and breaking that record for sure.
With that, I think I speak for all of us in the room, the Twins territory. We congratulate you on an amazing career and welcome back.
Thank you.